This video talks you through completing tab 1, Risk, in the Adapt to Survive worksheet. This is a corresponding guide in section 3.1 of Adapt to Survive. The first half of section 3.1 in the Adapt to Survive guide talks you through resources you can use alongside your own knowledge and experience to understand the long-term and some immediate risks to your sites and community, and how to use this information to establish risk levels that represent the likelihood of different severe weather events. Table 1 in section 3.1 shows you how to convert that into a likelihood number. You're not hoping to end up with a robust quantitative risk assessment, but rather some numbers that you apply to each risk to help you identify which weather events you should be prioritising when carrying out later tabs. So looking at tab 1, Risk here, you can see the row headings on the left-hand side showing potential events that could happen as a result of severe weather. Flooding in your sites, flooding in your patient area, heat waves at your sites, heat waves in your patient area, droughts, hotter summers, and storms or high winds. Once you've reviewed all those resources, you can complete this tab. Input the risk levels you've decided into columns B and C of this tab. Where you've found long-term risks, include any dates specified in the projections in column D. Include any sources you've used to determine this in column E. This could be websites recommended, your own internal reports. There is a column to add notes, but bear in mind that specific examples of events you might have accumulated during an impact assessment will be included in tab 2 about impacts. Now, you may have multiple sites that have different risks, and you may have communities who are more vulnerable due to things like demographic or geographic characteristics like being extremely rural. If you want to highlight the difference in risk levels for different areas, then you can add extra rows. For example, rather than one row that says flooding in your patient area, we can click the one below that one, right-click it with your mouse, and click Insert here, and that'll insert an extra row. Then you could include here one that says flooding in rural villages. And you could also include another one that says flooding in the city, so whichever city that might be. Or it could be the final one that says flooding in a river catchment or a specific river catchment. And this allows you to break those down into more specific groups. If you'd like to go into more detail when determining these risks, there are other resources linked to at the end of this guide that you can use, both to further your understanding of the risks and other types of climate projections. But if you'd still feel like you'd like a higher detailed climate change risk assessment, consultants, including Sustainability West Midlands, can provide this service. Look at the useful resources and contacts section at the bottom of that Adapt to Survive for more information on that.